All right, Andrew Easton here, back with Nick Ziegler as we talk about part 4 of the remote learning framework. And we're going to get into really, I think, a very familiar portion of any lesson, and that is that practice opportunity where we set up students to be able to kind of start to show what they know with a little more independence. So Nick, go ahead and take it away.
Well, excellent. So here we are in practice. We've gone through instruction process. Of course, the kids know what it is we're learning about. We did that in identifying the goal. So now with practice, we really do feel that your practice activity is going to look and feel most similar to what learning looked like and without remote learning. Whatever the activity you were doing in your classroom to have kids deepen their understanding or solidify their understanding of that objective probably can be adapted to meet the needs of a remote learning experience. There are, though, some tools in that online tasks column that maybe we could incorporate more directly here. So, for example, we suggest you take that student learning experience into account. And yes, we can turn a worksheet into an editable PDF. Yes, we can. Although we can also engage kids in more of a gamified learning experience, something like putting those key terms into a Quizlet or a Blooket or a Gimkit, a Quiz-Is. There's a ton of great resources, online resources, where students they're practicing still, but it's fun to practice. And I think that this is key in your classroom face-to-face, but it's also even more key when we talk about kids maybe doing this independently. They've got to want to do it. And engaging kids in some of those gamified experiences is a good way to do that. If we're thinking about offline tasks, a key question becomes, how are kids going to submit this work back to me? So maybe you do ask them to do that paper experience for practice, whatever that might have been in your classroom. You want them to do it at home and now get it back to you. Here's where a learning management system is so important. Be it in a lower elementary classroom using a Seesaw or another tool, the key question is, how are kids going to turn that thing back into you? Maybe in a middle school, high school, you're using something like a Canvas or a Schoology or a Google Classroom. But great, those are great tools for kids to maybe take a picture of a paper thing and submit it back to you. We recommend those learning management systems because they help you organize everything from top to bottom in your remote learning plan, but specifically getting student work back. You don't want 100 emails waiting for you. It's a whole lot easier when it's organized by activity or assignment inside of those learning management systems to get in, provide some feedback to the students, use those tools.
Yeah, I would totally agree. And I know that one of the things, particularly even in talking with math teachers at this time, is that they're really concerned with that practice and our students copying off one another or are finding the answers on the internet. And it's been fun to watch teachers kind of flex their thinking with regards to what that practice can look like. And so you certainly could keep what you've done in the past, or as I've seen with, again, some of those math pieces where teachers are now sharing problems that are incorrect and having students then have to fix those is a different way of thinking about that practice, or using something like Flipgrid where they actually have to drag the whiteboard over and work out the problem in real time. And so I think some of those tech tools do provide some different ways to think about how we make sure that those practice opportunities are their authentic efforts is certainly a part of the conversation as well. So check out the resources here. We'll share everything from what Nick shared to probably even Cami and a couple others that will allow you to even do that without straight transfer of PDFs. But be sure to check out the next conversation with regards to product as we move into more maybe like summative practice, not always with those, but really just thinking about how we then extend these conversations that we're having now. So thanks, Nick, and everybody make sure you check out video 5.